All right, guys, hello. We're ready for our mobilities time, and I asked Kathy to come because she specifically said she's been enjoying our mobility session, so she's going to come. Kathy, how long you been in the program?
12 years.
12 years, and what's a few reasons why you keep coming?
Uh, the people.
Yes.
But both the participants and the trainers.
Yes.
I was looking for something that they would tell me what to do and give me options in case I needed them. As I've been in the program longer, I've needed more options.
Needed some options. We
Yeah.
all need options. I'll tell you that myself. So we're going to dive into it. First thing we're going to do is going to get on our back, and we're going to do a single leg knee pull. So I'm going to start our timer here. So all we're going to do is bring your knees to your chest and just pull. So that other leg that's on the ground, you can bend it if you feel more comfortable bending it, or you can straighten it out. We're going to do 30 seconds this leg and then 30 seconds the other leg. If your knee feels a little bit tension here, you can also grab behind your knee and pull. Okay? So we got another 10 more seconds and we'll switch sides. So you're just pulling that knee up. Should feel a stretch in that hip in the lower back area. 3, 2, 1. So just switch sides. So again, grabbing the front part of the knee, that lower back, if you can make sure that lower back is flat into the ground. We're pulling that knee to our chest. So this workout is going to be majority of a back stretching workout. Yes, we'll stretch a little bit of hips because back is a part of the hips as well. Good job. We'll have 10 seconds. So next one, I think we're pulling both knees to your chest. So we're going to pull both of your knees. Again, if you need to grab behind your knees or this from here. Okay, this is a 1 minute. You can pull, you can go out, you can go in, you can do circles. So this is just relieving some of that tension from your back, from either sitting all day today or from the week of workouts, or whenever you're doing this. We all have a little bit of tension. Most of the time it's from sitting down too much. And you just move it around. You can keep it pulled in. You can go one leg out.
That's halfway.
You got 30 more seconds. Shift to one side, shift to the other, just whatever you feel comfortable with. We got about 20 more seconds. Hug those legs if you want with your forearms like I'm doing.
3.
All right, from there we're going to go to our right side with both knees. So we're going to try to keep your shoulders on the ground, especially that left shoulder, and I'm going to my right shoulder with both knees. So my left shoulder, I'm going to look over my left shoulder, make sure both of my shoulders are on the ground as I go to the right side with both knees. We're going to go for 30 seconds, then we'll switch sides, go to the other side. So I want to focus on keeping that left shoulder on the ground. If you want, you could put more pressure on the top of your knee with that other arm, my right arm. So let's bring those knees up to our chest again and just slowly go to the other side. So again, now my right shoulder stays on the ground. You may not go entire distance to the ground, and that's okay. So my shoulders are on the ground. That hip that is going towards the right side or left side is not off the ground. So you're looking over your right shoulder. We're going to do this. Good job.
3, 2, 1. Switch.
All right, from there, guys, we're going to bring that right ankle over. We're going to do a laying down pigeon stretch. So you're going to grab that underneath that leg, and with my right arm, so my right ankle is over my left, I'm going to try to put a little pressure with my elbow, pushing that knee out. So this is very similar to a pigeon stretch. You can also, if that's too tough for you, you can put that ankle over the knee and do the exact same stretch right here. So you can move your hips up and down based on how you feel that stretch. We got halfway there here. Again, just pulling that. If you can put some pressure with that right elbow, push that knee out. You're going to feel that stretch a little bit more. Almost there, got 15 seconds. We'll switch sides or switch legs. Making sure that lower back is pressed into the ground too if you're laying on the back, switching sides. So again, that left ankle goes over the right foot. You're going to reach down. You're going to find probably one of them is a little bit tighter. And again, as you pull that knee up, you can push that knee out with that left elbow. So again, the other alternative to this is sitting up. So I certainly can feel a difference between this leg, this side, and the other. This side is much tighter than the other side. That means I need to put some time in, which I'm doing right now.
That's halfway.
Again, pushing that knee out with the elbow if you can. Trying to pull that knee up. If it's tough to pull, you can do that sitting one. Almost there. Got 15 seconds to go. We're going to stay on our mat. The next one. Alright, so we're going to put our soles of our feet together. Soles of our feet. And we're going to press our lower back in. And while doing so, relax the legs. And so this is a good growing stretch for the inner thighs. You're just going to keep the soles together and press that navel into the ground. And as you do that, you're going to just let those legs dangle out to the side. So you're going to feel that stretch right in your inner thigh and the growing area. You feel that, Kathy? So I haven't talked about breathing, but just in every single time, whether we're cooling down from a workout or just spending time, if you can focus on your breathing,
That's halfway.
and get a little bit more out of the stretching. Pressing that lower back in. Everyone's favorite coming up, child's pose. We're going to flip over on our knees, reach those arms up and pull the hips back. Almost there, got 10 seconds. Again, let those legs relax, press that lower back in. 3, 2, 1. So flipping over on our knees, we're going to pull those hips back, reach those arms forward, and bring our forehead to the ground. So you go as far as you can down, back with your hips to your heels, and then reach as far as you can up, and then bring those shoulders down to the ground. This is one, again, you just want to start breathing because you're going to feel those tendons, muscles around your hips, breathing.
That's halfway.
We're halfway there. All right, guys, we're going to move up on our elbows. We're going to do a seal pose for the lower back. So we got two options here. You can stay on our elbows and just lift your hips up, or you can also come up on your hands and do the same thing. It's a little bit tougher for the lower back, so you figure out which one you may want to do. I'll show you again. You're just on your elbows and you're just lifting your chest up, and you're going to feel right through that lower back stretching. Okay, you can, again, bring your arms further out, or you can further in. You're going to feel whichever one you want to do. This is also a little bit of a upper body movement if you're doing it with your arms. All right? Halfway there, guys. So it should feel right in your lower part of your back. Stretching. We're going to move to all fours in 10 seconds. Do the cat, cow, or cat, dog. There's a few different names for it. So on all fours, okay, we're gonna push that back to the sky as we tuck the chin in, and then we're gonna push our navel down to the ground as we look up. So we're gonna push that, tuck that back up to the sky as we tuck the chin in, and then slowly bend down the navel to the ground and look up. So back and forth, there's no timing, you're just going slow. Tuck that chin in when you bring that. This is the cat exercise. I'm not sure why, but this is dog or cow, so I guess that's because they both look like this. So pull the belly button down to the ground. They both are on all fours. I don't know why they call it dog cow, but this is the cat. Everyone knows that. 10 seconds. We're gonna move to the sitting position next.
3.
All right. So we're gonna bring our right. We're gonna do a cross chin with our right leg crossed over our left. We're gonna put our left arm on the ground and we're just gonna reach across. So the right arm is gonna go up and we're just gonna reach across, straight over, not up, forward, not behind us. We're just reaching across. You may need to move your left hand based on how you feel the stretch. We're just holding that stretch. This works on all these muscles to the side of your back. Work on your breathing now. Deep inhale, deep exhale. So, most of the mobility sessions, I tell you to count to 8, inhale, and exhale to 10. That's a good number to count on stretching. You're focusing on your counting, which will help with the stretch. Almost there, guys. I know you're feeling this when I am.
3.
All right, put that. So we're gonna stay there. We're gonna reach the arms forward now for the lower back. So same thing, right leg over your left. We're gonna reach forward and try to walk those fingers until you can't walk anymore. And then we're gonna work on our breathing. The 8 seconds in, 10 seconds out.
That's halfway.
Almost there. We're gonna switch sides after this.
3, 2.
All right, so now we have our left leg over our right, and then we're gonna reach across to our left. Again, you're gonna probably feel one side is more comfortable than the other. So that right hand is on the ground, reaching across. Just a good example of different flexibility. See how my legs are all the way up and Kathy's are pretty much down on the ground. I need to do this just like you guys. I do it a lot and feel like I'm not improving, but it does improve my mobility, improve my health, and my recovery.
That's halfway.
Halfway there, guys. I also blame it on my real long legs, but that's not really. Really stretching that torso, reaching up and over. We're almost there. 10 seconds. We'll do that reach out. All right, great work, guys. We're going to move forward. Again, we'll inch those arms forward. Once you get to where you can't reach more, working on those deep breaths. 8 seconds in,
Exercise.
10 seconds out. You're going to feel those tendons around your hips, stretching as you breathe. Try to go all the way down towards your diaphragm or your belly button, and then as you breathe out, try to breathe all that air out from the belly button.
That's halfway.
Okay, guys, we're going to start moving towards the end here. We're almost there. We're going to work on those hips a little bit, which does help the lower back. If you have a padding at home, we're going to have that padding on the back like a pillow on the back knee.
3,
All right, so we're going to do the hip flexor stretch on one side. So we'll have the right knee back, left leg up.
3, 2,
So bring that leg up, make sure your weight's in your heels. We're going to sit up, and then once you get that feeling, we're going to push our hips forward. So we're sitting as high as we can up, pushing your hips forward. So right here I can feel it. If you want to bring an arm up, you can bring an arm up. You do not need to. If you want to pull that arm over, there's different variations to this, but really the only thing I want you to focus on is you feeling this stretch and breathing. So as you breathe, you should feel that stretch in those muscles were stretching. And as you exhale, same thing. You should feel those muscles stretching, all that air out.
It's tight.
Do what?
It's tight.
Yes, I'm tight too. We got to do this, guys. This is not once a week thing for me. I've got to do it almost daily in order for me to help with how I feel. Opposite hand on the ground now. And now we're going to dive that elbow down to the ground. So I'm going to make sure my weight is in my front heel. And I'm just going to go as low as I can. And then
exercise.
again, once I get there, I'm working on my breathing. 8 seconds in, 10 seconds out. Which should be difficult for you guys. Even as difficult for me. But it's something I can focus on. And it does help with the stretching. If anyone out there is a little limber, you can go down to your elbows. This is my one good stretch I'm decent at. Like Kathy's down on her elbows, if you can do that too. If not, just your elbow is going down, the other arm is straight. Last 10 seconds, guys. We'll do the hamstring stretch. All right, slowly move those arms back. You're going to put your fingertips on the ground in between that leg. Bring that toe off the ground. Bring the hips back to that back heel. And all we're doing is bringing that navel down to the ground. So you can reach down. If you can, put your whole arms on the ground. If not, just your fingertips. And then the navel is what we're focusing on. You should feel a nice, uneasy stretch in the back of that leg, the hamstring area. Again, now we're working on breathing. If you haven't already, 8 seconds in, and then 10 seconds. Get all that air out.
That's halfway.
Done this side, we will move to the other side in 10 seconds. All right, guys, both hands on the mat, both knees. Bring that other leg up. Big step forward, weights in your heels. Sit nice and tall. And then right here, I can feel it, but if I want more, I just move that hip further up. So I'm not leaning into it, I'm pushing my hip forward, not leaning into it. So it's kind of like tucking that tailbone in and then pushing that hip forward. You're going to feel it right here. You don't need to lean much forward to feel that stretch. So how often should you do these stretches?
That's halfway.
Daily. Not all of them, but if you know you have certain elements, like for me, my hips are tight, the pigeon stretch, this exercise right here is something I should be doing daily. If you sit down a lot, those two for sure, but a lot of these exercises intertwine. So we're almost there, 7 seconds. We'll put that opposite hand on the ground.
3, 2,
So let's go ahead and get there. So opposite hand is on the ground. We're going to dive that elbow as low as we can. So again, you might feel like the other leg you were able to go further, or
exercise.
you weren't able to go further. Maybe this leg, maybe this hip is more flexible. So you can dive further down. That's the idea of us doing both legs. So over time, we want those to balance out those legs. Very similar to strength. You might have a stronger bicep exercise work muscle in your right arm because you're right arm dominant. You got to work the left arm too. Halfway there. Okay, we got one more, guys, to finish the day. Thank you for joining me, Kathy.
Thanks for having me.
7, 6, and we got that hamstring stretch.
2,
All right, so pull those hips back on your fingertips. Once you get that stretch in the back of your hamstrings, you're just pushing that navel into the ground.
exercise.
As we're finishing up, I'm gonna get my phone out real quick, take a selfie, so I can check in for charity, so we can give 75 cents for every check-in. So you at home, all you have to do is take a selfie, take a picture of your mat, and check in and get you in shape. And we give 75 cents for every check-in to our charity partner. Thank you for everyone that has been participating. All right. Kathy, go ahead and look up and smile. 1, 2, 3. All right, almost there, guys. Thank you for joining us. As always, if you need help, if we can help you, please reach out to us. Hey, good morning. We're doing a mobility session, David. Almost there, guys. 3, 2, 1.
Switch.
All right, thank you again to Kathy. Thank you guys at home for joining us. We will see you on the next one.